Students, please rise and face the aisle as the faculty and the President's Party process to the stage. Good morning. I am Dr. Oh Kim, professor from the Department of Mathematics. As Grand Marshal, it is my pleasure to welcome all of you to the 2015 Spring Commencement exercises for the Fisher College of Science and Mathematics. I'd like to introduce Dr. Chandler, the interim president of the Towson University. Mr. President, the university community is assembled for commencement.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the 150th commencement in the proud history of Towson University. This year marks an important milestone for our institution. Since our founding in 1866, with just 7 students, to today, with more than 22,000 students, I think you'll agree Towson has grown and evolved to become one of the nation's very best institutions. In addition to adding each of you as our newest graduates and alumni, today we mark our 150th year with a special addition to our traditional ceremony, the introduction of the ceremonial academic mace. For those of you like me who remember the 14th century, in the 14th century, the royal scepter and the battle mace were combined to produce the ceremonial academic mace. In modern times, the mace is used on ceremonial occasions such as this in the life of a university as an object vested with power and specifically indicating the authority of the university president to award degrees. It is a fitting symbol of the requisite discipline and the earned stature that comes with significant academic achievement. In honor of Towson's 150th year, today we debut our mace. Our custom mace is beautifully constructed in glass, black metal, gold, and maple wood, coming together to represent both the important institutional concepts and a visual history of Towson University. The Towson University mace was commissioned and gifted by former Towson president, Dr. Maravene Lusky, and designed and executed by 4 of our very own, very talented Towson faculty members in the College of Fine Arts and Communications. They are Joshua DeMonte, Jen Figg, Kimberly Hopkins, and John Ludak. A sincere thanks to these artists and to Dr. Lusky for this really beautiful piece of history. We are indeed proud of our history, and now each of you will become part of that history. Today, we will pause just for a little while to celebrate you, our newest graduates, on your significant academic achievements. So let us now begin that important celebration. May I ask that you please stand for the national anthem. We'll be led in the singing of that by Mr. Mark Blublitz, who is receiving a Bachelor of Music degree tomorrow afternoon. And gentlemen, would you please remove your caps?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled
Thank you so much, Mark. At this time, I would like to pause for a moment of silence, if we may, in honor of the faculty, staff, and students who have passed away during this year. Their names are listed on the screen above. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. Let me, if I may, just take a few minutes to recognize our graduating veterans wearing green honor cords, current members of our armed forces, the men and women on active duty and those in reserve units, and all the veterans in the audience today who have served in the defense of this country. I'd also like to recognize the graduates of the Army Reserve Officers Training Corps who will soon begin their service in the active Army, Army Reserves, or Maryland Army National Guard. Would all active military personnel and veterans please stand so that through our applause, we can demonstrate how thankful we are for your service. Thank you so much. Please be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce Towson University's Interim Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Maggie Wright. Maggie.
Thank you, Mr. President. The flags on display represent several of the countries of our 99 international students graduating from Towson University this spring. We are pleased to have 670 international students representing 73 nations as part of our Towson family. I now call upon Mr. Kurt Anderson, President of the Student Government Association, to introduce representatives from the university's various boards.
Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, this morning we are pleased to be joined by a representative of the University System of Maryland Board of Regents, Ms. Louise Mayshaw-Gonzalez, who will be congratulating our graduates on behalf of the Board of Regents. The 17-member board is a group of respected and prestigious professionals appointed by the governor to oversee quality, affordability, and accessibility to Maryland institutions of higher education. Ms. Gonzalez was appointed to the University System of Maryland Board of Regents in July 2010. She's a partner and co-founder at Holton & Gonzalez, a law firm specializing in trusts, special need trusts, estate planning, and probate, where she's been practicing since 1980. Prior to that, she was an associate at Blades and Rhodesfield, PA. She's a member of the American Bar Association, the Maryland State Bar Association, where she served as president from 1991 to 1992, the Maryland Bar Foundation, and the Maryland State Bar Association Leadership Academy. She is also currently a member of the First Maryland Disability Trust Board of Directors, the Be More Clubhouse Incorporated Board of Directors, and the Maryland Legal Mutual Insurance Society. Ms. Gonzalez received her Bachelor of Arts cum laude from the University of Maryland in 1971 and received her Juris Doctor with honors from the University of Maryland Law School in 1976. Please welcome USM Regent Louise Mayshaw-Gonzalez.
Thank you, and good morning. I am delighted to join you on this special day and extend the best wishes from the University System of Maryland on behalf of its boards of regents. It's an honor to share this occasion with you and with your interim president, Timothy Chandler. Dr. Chandler has stepped forward to continue Towson's progress as an institution of choice for many of Maryland's brightest students and for bright students even outside of Maryland, and to extend Towson's role as a regional leader, both economically academically and culturally. I know I speak for the entire system when I say we are very grateful for his service. Thank you. However outstanding a president of a university is, he or she cannot do it alone, cannot help that university to grow, to shine, and to help its students. That takes outstanding faculty, good and wonderful administrators, as well as wonderful students. And Towson has all that. It's to be commended. I'm always, whenever I'm on campus, and I've been here a number of times, I'm always amazed at how a university that has grown as large as Towson has, and it is really one of our growth universities, there is still a feeling of family, of students being center, and it so has that smaller university feel and still all the other advantages of a large university. That doesn't happen by happenstance. That takes a conscientious effort and goal-driven effort by the members of the university from top to bottom to make that happen. And I personally think that's a real hallmark of Towson, something other universities could well do to copy. So congratulations to everybody, faculty and everybody, for making that happen. But the point of today is you, the members of the graduating class of 2015. It is an honor to be here to recognize you and to congratulate you. As the Chancellor mentioned, you are now becoming an enduring part of Towson's proud and impressive legacy, now 150 years old. What you have accomplished has taken hard work, persistence, and dedication. Today we celebrate the completion of this stage of your journey. And I say this stage because learning and education are really lifelong endeavors. But today you get to sever the accomplishment of this stage and the granting of your degrees. So congratulations. I also want to acknowledge your family and friends and relatives and spouses and children and grandmothers and everybody, all right, significant others, who also take a great deal of pride in what you have accomplished today. In many cases, they have shared in your sacrifice, probably shared in the cost, put up with you while you went through the anxieties of much of what you went through to get here, and they should share in your success today. So congratulations to all of you also. Graduates, no matter what direction your life takes now, and no matter what challenges that will confront you next, you should know that your education from Towson University has prepared you well. So once again, congratulations to all of you. And I want you to know that the entire University System of Maryland family wishes you all the best in the coming years. Thank you.
Thank you, Regent Gonzalez. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, this morning we are pleased to have three members of the university's Board of Visitors, Ms. Molly Schock, Mr. Ted Zaleski, and Ms. Connie Onsud, who will bring congratulations and greetings on behalf of the board. The Board of Visitors is a group of professionals who advise and guide the university president. Ms. Candace Onsud is a Towson alum and the president of Olmsted's Development Center for Children. She worked in a Baltimore City school before she was pursuing her dream of opening the Olmsted School in 1978, a daycare that has since expanded to grade 8. She served with the Maryland Society for Sight, Maryland State Council on Cancer Control, and the University System Board of Regents. She earned her bachelor's degree from the University of Louisville and her master's in education from Towson University. Please welcome Ms. Connie Onsted.
Thank you, Kurt. I just really want to say ditto because everything has almost been said, but I am truly honored and very happy to be here. On behalf of the advisory board of the visitors, I bring you greetings and congratulations on this significant accomplishment. This is an awesome day. It's a special day, and it's with pleasure and pride that you graduate today and you become one of Towson's prestigious members of the legacy that we already have. It is evident that we are very proud of you, and as a member of the advisory board, we are a group of diverse members that represent different backgrounds, and we have different career paths, and we have different walks of life. But in spite of all of our differences, we are unified with our passion for the advancement and the enhancement of Towson. Towson's story hits a major milestone this year with its 150th anniversary. We know longevity of that magnitude is much more than merely existing. It's because of the success and the growth and the adaptation and all the things that happen, the family orientation, the hard work, the dedication, the commitment of staff and faculty that make it possible. Each of you graduates hold within you a unique story of success. And your story might have an humble beginning. It might be a stroke of luck. It might be because of adversity, or your story might still be in making. But no matter what your story is, whether it has riddles or it's twisted or it has turns or it's underestimated or whatever, we know that you have the potential to inspire to help others. Whether you view today as a milestone or a capstone in your educational journey, it is undisputable that because of your educational experiences here at Towson, that you are prepared and you will be given opportunities to move ahead. As a Towson graduate, you hold a major responsibility, and that's to be a good steward. Your education has prepared you for making a difference in the world, and I urge you to do so. I want you to be happy. Today is a wonderful day. I want you to smile, and I want you to understand that there have been so many people that have sacrificed so much for you. This is your day. I wish you luck, and I know that you're going to be successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Unseld. We are also fortunate this morning to have Mr. Keith Awancio, Vice President of the Towson University Alumni Association, who will bring words of welcome and congratulations to our new graduates. Please welcome Mr. Keith Awancio.
Thank you, Kurt, and good morning to all of the members of the class of 2015 and your guest. As Vice President of the Executive Committee for the Alumni Association Board of Directors, a proud member of the class of 1994, and a 2007 graduate of the Human Resource Development Master's Program from the College of Liberal Arts, I am honored to be here today to represent the more than 146,000 alumni who have graduated from this remarkable institution. Each of these alumni has their own story to tell about the success that they have achieved as a result of their education here at Towson. My own story would not have been possible without the education, experiences, and connections that I made here at Towson. You too will have a great story to tell. That is one that you will be proud to share with future generations of Towson graduates. Your story actually starts today as you join 3,504 fellow graduates that make up the class of 2015. I want to take a moment to share with you just a few interesting facts about the class of 2015. First, did you know that your class was 66% female and 34% male? I bet you the males knew that, didn't you? The class of 2015 actually represents 28 out of our 50 states, with New York and New Jersey having the largest number of graduates outside of the state of Maryland. 10 of you are actually the sole representatives from your home state. For those of you who today may be receiving either your master's or doctoral degree today, we know that 28% of you, just like me, also received your bachelor's degree from Towson. So a second congratulations is in order to all of you. We know that this class was very engaged and active, as a majority of current seniors and graduate students participated in either an internship or an experiential learning project this past semester alone. Additionally, members of this graduating class were involved in intercollegiate athletics and a variety of co-curricular activities. All of this while maintaining an average class GPA of 3.49. Well done to all of you. We know that after graduation, roughly 72% of you will stay right here in the state of Maryland, because the majority of our graduates indeed call Maryland home. Although our alumni, our graduates, live in every state across the United States and in 81 separate countries. Perhaps you will join the 5,800 alumni who actually marry a fellow Towson alumni, or that you will become one of almost 1,000 alumni who come back to their alma mater in either a faculty or staff position. Today, each of you become the newest faces of the Towson University Alumni Association. We are actors, educators, doctors, business leaders, lawyers, computer analysts, scientists, politicians, healthcare providers, human resources managers, and much more. Towson University, as I said, live in every state, from California to New York and New Jersey, and 81 countries, from China to France and everywhere in between. As alumni, we feel that it is our responsibility to give back so that the next generation of Towson graduates can have the same opportunities and experiences that we shared. So once you walk out of these doors today, remember that while your time here at Towson may be over, you will always be a part of the Towson University family. The Alumni Association will help you stay connected, and we look forward to hearing about your accomplishments and successes in the future. As a symbol to welcome you to the TU Alumni Association, current TU alumni board members will be presenting you with a spruce tree seedling when you exit the CQ Center this morning. Please plant this tree in a spot so that every time you see it and watch it grow, it will help you to remember your Towson roots. On behalf of the thousands who have preceded you, it is my privilege to congratulate you on your outstanding achievements. The rest of your story is yet to be written. In the months and years ahead, please be sure to share your story with us as you make your special mark as a Towson University alumnus. Again, congratulations on this very special day. Thank you.
Keith, thank you very much. And just, if I may, to continue that focus on alumni for a couple of seconds, can I now ask those parents and grandparents in the audience who are Towson alumni to please stand? Parents and grandparents who are Towson alumni, would you please stand? Now, would all Towson alumni please stand so that we may recognize you? We thank you so much for your pride in your alma mater, your continued loyalty, and your continued support. Support that is going to be ever more vital as we move forward, onwards and upwards for the next 150 years. Once again, I call upon Mr. Kurt Anderson to introduce our first student speaker. Kurt, please.
Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to introduce our undergraduate student speaker, Ms. Lauren Rosso, who will be graduating today with a Bachelor of Science degree in Molecular Biology, Biochemistry and Bioinformatics. Please welcome Ms. Lauren Rosso.
Thank you, Kurt Anderson, President of the SGA, for that introduction. Good morning, Interim President Chandler, Interim Provost Wright, Regent Gonzalez, distinguished guests, honored faculty, family, and fellow graduates. When I was asked to speak at this ceremony, I started to reflect on my time at Towson University and about what graduation really means. I thought quickly of this quote from Henry David Thoreau, which states, "What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become." Graduation is more than the diploma and degree that we are all about to receive. It is about the process that we went through to be seated here today. Throughout my process, I have learned several lessons that I would like to share with you now. First, I learned that science, mathematics, and life in general are not static. In my high school, back in Eldersburg, I memorized facts from the textbook and applied them. However, through my classes and experiences at Towson, I have realized that science is actually constantly evolving. I remember sitting in a research seminar during my very first semester and thinking, wow, this person, someone who was my peer, was presenting novel scientific work. I became inspired to continue challenging the unknown. Second, I learned about the importance of personal connections with mentors. Towson University is truly a large campus with a small campus feel, demonstrated by the faculty members who are dedicated to the success of their students. Before even meeting me, my advisor, Dr. Wimmers, helped me to fix my first semester's schedule. Throughout the rest of my 4 years, he has always been there for me to help set up research internships and provide infinite advice on possible careers. I am also thankful to my research mentor, Dr. Suji, who challenged me through research and supported me along the way. I have made countless connections with other faculty at Towson as well, and I am grateful for how they have shaped my education. Of course, I also have to take a minute to thank my mom and dad, my sister, my grandparents, Aunt Mel and Brian, who are all here to celebrate with me today. Thank you for constantly supporting me. Third, along my Towson journey, I have learned to persevere. We have all experienced hurdles, and yet here we are sitting at graduation. I remember distinctly, and maybe Dr. Civi will too, when I earned a 4% on my first analytical chemistry lab. As an A student, I was completely horrified. Yet this grade challenged me to work even harder on subsequent labs instead of giving up. I even managed to earn an A in the class after redoing the first experiment and performing much better in lecture. We have all been faced with seemingly impossible tests or projects, but we have persevered. This sense of determination will push us through life's challenges. Finally, throughout the past 4 years, I have learned about the power of balance. I am a clarinet music performance minor and marching band member. Both of these aspects of my college experience allowed me to pursue my passions for both music and science and have fun along the way. In August, I am pursuing my dream of becoming a doctor and starting medical school at the University of Maryland School of Medicine in Baltimore. While I am not sure what to expect, I know that my ability to challenge the facts, connect with faculty mentors, persevere through challenges, and stay balanced will help me to succeed. Reflecting back to the quote from Thoreau, I am confident that who I have become during my time here is someone ready to venture out into the world. I am more than the degree I'm about to receive, and so are all of you. So congratulations, fellow graduates. We did it.
Thank you, Ms. Rosso. Good morning. I'm Alex Weghorst, President of the Graduate Student Association. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce our graduate student speaker, Mr. Greg Zuknick, who will be graduating today with a Master's of Science degree in Environmental Science. Please welcome Mr. Greg Zuknick.
Thank you, Alex Weghorst, President of the GSA, for that introduction. Good morning, Interim President Chandler, Interim Provost Wrights, Regent Gonzalez, distinguished guests, honored faculty, family, and fellow graduates. I'd like to start by thanking my wife for her unending support over the last 2.5 years while I've been in graduate school. I certainly could not have done this without you. Thank you also to my parents for always believing me. Without you, I would not be the person I am today. Fellow graduates, congratulations. Today represents the culmination of a long journey. For some of us, that journey may have been longer than others. My academic career has been what some might call extended. In fact, my wife has often said that with the amount of time I've spent in school, I should be a doctor by now. My undergraduate degree took me 6.5 years to complete, so you can imagine the surprise when I announced my plans to return to school voluntarily to obtain my master's degree in environmental science. The reason my undergraduate program was so extended was that for the first 5 full years, it took the first 5 full years of study for me to discover my passion in the environment and to then switch majors. Furthering my knowledge in environmental science is both essential to furthering my career as well as sustaining my drive and interest in the field. Towson has provided me with the opportunity to do all of this and more. As many of you have discovered during your time here, our passion as students comes not only from within ourselves, but is also inspired by our outstanding peers and incredible faculty. There were many study sessions and collaborative meetings with fellow graduate students that began in the library and later ended at Bateman's. The support from the dedicated faculty I've encountered at Towson is incomparable. There were email exchanges near midnight, mentor meetings after class, and continued support. No question was too small to be answered, and there was unending academic and moral support. The knowledge I've gained and experiences I've been fortunate to have throughout my program have provided me with both new friendships and a refined skill set which has created new opportunities in my professional career. I can say with confidence that these opportunities will grow and become more frequent. I'm sure that you all have experienced these increased opportunities with the completion of your degree as you celebrate your recent admission to graduate programs, fellowship placements, and job and internship opportunities. I know that there is an incredible amount of support and pride in this arena today as we celebrate our accomplishments and look towards our future challenges. I will close with a quote from fellow conservationist President Woodrow Wilson that I believe relates a charge we should all take on. You are not here merely to make a living. You are here in order to enable the world to live more amply, with greater vision, with a finer spirit of hope and achievement. You are here to enrich the world, and you impoverish yourself if you forget the errand. Once again, congratulations, Towson's class of 2015.
Thank you, Greg, very much. At this time in the ceremony, normally we would introduce our honorary degree recipient, but in honor of our 150th celebration, I would like to draw your attention to the screen above for a very special video prepared for this exciting milestone in the history of Towson University. It's a compilation of the observations and reflections of a few of our past honorary degree recipients, some of whom are Towson alumni. Please enjoy.
One of my journalism teachers, and at the end of my first journalism course with him, which was a news writing course, he pulled me aside and he said, "You're never, ever gonna write for a newspaper." And I was crestfallen, and he paused and he said, "But you're gonna be a great feature writer." And I've been at CBS News since December of 1988.
From Philadelphia to Kennedy Center, from the Paris Opera to being on a stage in Senegal that was a stadium that was 75 feet wide, or to dance on a stage this small to people who had never seen dance before, anywhere in the world. You don't get there by yourself. Mentors, parents, teachers.
When I was sitting in an internment camp in 1943, if you had said to me, "Norm, in 1975, you're going to be having dinner with the President of the United States of America, I would have thought you were touched in the head. So I say, look, there's a great future, but work as hard as you can.
There's a lot of people coming out of Towson University who are making a difference in the world. Some of my best memories at Towson was just being wowed by the people who were there teaching and who were really proud to be there teaching.
At Towson, as a student, we were constantly reminded by the faculty, by the leadership of the college, find your passion. I am in awe of the idea that it's 150 years of this institution providing the best teachers.
Well, the foundation for whatever happens in our society, I think, is based on education.
I'd say appreciate how you've been prepared for almost any facet of life, any endeavor you choose to pursue. Towson will have prepared you well. Honor that and use it to your best.
You've got to keep looking ahead. You can't just sort of close the book and say, oh, that's something else for somebody else. No, keep that book open because it's there for you as well.
Surprise yourself at how wonderful you can be at what you're learning, and always keep reaching above where you think you can reach. You know, don't limit yourself.
So you need to go bust your ass. And that's exactly, I think, one of the things that Towson prepares you to do, no matter what it is. If you're a journalist, if you're a scientist, if you're a dancer, apply yourself, work hard, be proud of what you did, and be proud of where you came from.
Never give up hope. Always look to the future.
Commencement is one of the happiest days of the year on our campus. We celebrate, first and foremost, the graduates of whom we are all so very proud. And there are many here today who share in their accomplishments. There's one group, one very special group in particular, that have been referenced both by our students and by our regent. We have one of the finest graduating classes in Maryland because we have one of the finest faculty assembled anywhere. Will the faculty of the university please rise so that we can recognize and thank you? Also joining us on stage today are leaders of the university, those responsible for facilitating our academic and student programs, and who, through their dedication and their expertise, enable the success of our students. I ask that these individuals please rise and remain standing as I introduce you, and maybe we can then give them a round of applause at the end of this rather lengthy list. The Vice Presidents of the University and the Director of Athletics, the Dean and the Associate Dean of the Fisher College, the Dean of the University Libraries, the Dean of Graduate Studies, members of the Board of Regents, the Board of Visitors, the Alumni Association, the University Senate, the American Association of University Professors, the Towson University Staff Council, and members of the Student Government Association and the Graduate Student Association. Please, won't you join me in a round of applause for their appreciation of their leadership. Let me also take this opportunity to thank the faculty members who are serving as faculty marshals, student marshals, and readers for this ceremony. Just so that you know, in addition to the faculty, there are over 100 people who have worked to put this ceremony together today, including the University Commencement Committee, the University Store, Auxiliary Services, Facilities Personnel, Police, Events Staff, our musicians up here in the Minstrels Gallery, and so many others, including our gracious volunteers. Won't you please join me and thank them for their efforts to make this possible? Now, graduates, you've had a lot of support on this journey, as we've already heard. So, a little exercise for all of you. First, will the mothers and fathers of our graduates please rise and remain standing? Would the brothers and sisters, spouses, significant others, sons and daughters of the graduates also rise and remain standing? It's all right, we're just getting started here, folks. Would the grandparents, the great-grandparents, and the grandchildren of the graduates please rise and remain standing? And lest I be accused of leaving anybody out, would the aunts, uncles, friends, and all others who've helped make this day possible and who are here to share in this very special moment, please, won't you rise? Okay, graduates, please rise, face your families, and give them the ovation they so richly deserve. Thank you all for being so supportive of our graduates. Please be seated. Here endeth the 7th inning stretch. I would also like to take just a moment to acknowledge retiring faculty who are concluding their distinguished careers with Towson this semester. Among them, our own former president, Dr. Maravine Lusky, who retired earlier this academic year. Dr. Lusky, of course, rose through the faculty ranks at Towson, from theater professor to chair to dean, and eventually to be our 13th president. As the names of all of our retiring faculty appear on the screen, please join me in thanking them for their outstanding service. Briefly, before the most significant part of the ceremony begins, I do have one short but important announcement concerning the order of the procession. So that each of you in the audience may find your particular graduate in the procession, graduates will come forward alphabetically. If you could please limit, and I just say limit, your applause and your shouts, your hoops, your hollers, your bells and whistles for your graduate, out of respect to the graduate immediately following yours, so that all names can indeed be heard, it would be deeply appreciated. Thank you. That's just about the right tone. A little louder is okay too, by the way. Interim Provost Maggie Wrights will now join me for the conferring of degrees. Assisting us in awarding the doctoral degrees will be Dr. David Vanko, the Dean of the Fisher College of Science and Mathematics, and Dr. Janet Delaney, Dean of Graduate Studies.
Will the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Science and Information Technology please stand? I now ask Drs. Wei Yu, Robert Hamill, and Yonggon Kim to escort the candidates to the stage. Mr. President, on recommendation of the faculty, I have the honor to present these candidates who meet all requirements for the degree of Doctor of Science in Information Technology.
I am pleased to receive these candidates for the doctoral degree. Candidates, a doctoral degree demonstrates a special effort to develop your academic talents and strengthen your skills in research and clinical practice. It is now your responsibility to apply these capabilities in the service of humanity. The escorting of the candidate by the dean of the college and their advisor or department chair symbolizes the support provided to the candidate throughout the educational process. Once hooded, the candidate is referred to as doctor and walks across the stage alone, symbolizing the achievement of academic excellence and independence. And so, by the authority vested in me by the University System of Maryland's Board of Regents and the State of Maryland, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Science in Information Technology with all the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations. I now ask Dr. Chow Lu, Chair of the Department of Computer and Information Sciences, to present the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Science in Information Technology. Please note there is more information about each candidate printed in the program. After the citation is read, I ask Dr. David Vanko, Dean of the Fisher College, and the candidate's advisor to hood the candidate, assisted by Dr. Janet Delaney, the Dean of Graduate Studies.
Mr. President, our first candidate is Mr. Nana Nabuchi Akidebi. Mr. Akidebi's dissertation is entitled Towards Efficient and Secure Intelligent Transportation System, prepared under the supervision of Dr. Wei Yu.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Nana Ekedebe. You come and stand over, just stand right here.
Mr. President, our second candidate is Ms. Charles Fowler. Mr. Fowler's dissertation is entitled A Hybrid Intelligence Multi-Agent System, Mining Information Assurance Data, prepared under the supervision of Dr. Robert Hamill.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present Dr. Charles Fowler.
Mr. President, our third candidate is Mr. Hanashio Lee. Mr. Lee's dissertation is entitled Text Classification and Sentiment Analysis in Social Networks using a Probability Model, prepared under the supervision of Dr. Young-Gang Kim.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Hyun-Shol Lee. Well done.
Mr. President, our fourth candidate is Mr. Paul Marie Desire Molema Duala. Mr. Molema Duala's dissertation is entitled On an Efficient and Secure Smart Grid, prepared under the supervision of Dr. Wei Yu.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present Dr. Paul Marie Mulema Duala.
Mr. President, our fifth and the final candidate is Mr. Jacob Young. Mr. Young's dissertation is entitled Real-Time Verification Tool for BGP Routing Information for Preventing Inter-Domain Routing Misbehavior, prepared under the supervision of Dr. Yang-Gang Kim.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Jae-Kook Yoon. At this time, we would also like to recognize Jameson McFarlane, who will be completing his dissertation this summer 2015. His research addresses social networking and information assurance education. Congratulations, Jameson. Let's congratulate all of our graduates receiving the Doctor of Science in Information Technology one more time, can we? Congratulations, gentlemen.
Will the candidates for master's degrees and post-baccalaureate certificates from the Fisher College of Science and Mathematics please stand? Mr. President, on recommendation of the faculty, I have the honor to present those students who meet all requirements for the degrees of Master of Science and post-baccalaureate certificates.
I am pleased to receive these candidates for graduate degrees and post-baccalaureate certificates, and by the authority vested in me by the University System of Maryland's Board of Regents and the State of Maryland, I confer upon you the recommended degree with all the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations, graduates.
Graduates, as you approach the stage, please follow the directions of the marshals. Once on stage, you will shake hands with your college dean or the dean of graduate studies to receive your alumni gift and congratulations. You will then exit the center stairs and be directed back to your seat by the marshal.
Good morning. I am Dr. Tim Brunker, Associate Professor from the Department of Chemistry. It is my pleasure to introduce the students receiving a graduate degree or post-baccalaureate certificate from the Fisher College of Science and Mathematics. Congratulating the graduates along with me will be Dr. David Vanko, Dean of the Fisher College of Science and Mathematics, and Dr. Janet Delaney, Dean of Graduate Studies. Introducing the graduates with me is Dr. Vonnie Shields, Professor and Interim Chair from the Department of Biological Sciences. Alex Christopher Weghorst.
Nicholas Alexander Abbasi.
Gregory Zuknik.
Omer Alayed.
Lindsay Nicole Chenoweth.
Astrid Anawa.
Ryan L. Adams Brown.
Asiem Azad.
Aparchianta Aneja.
Christopher Mark Bandel.
Brianna Michelle Anthony.
Glenna Fabienne Brown.
James Russell Ballard.
Nicholas Ivan Brown.
Christoph Lawrence Beckington III.
Nathan Wade Byer.
James Matthew Brown.
Murray Nellens Carson.
Aaron Michael Berger.
Isabel Sophia DeColin.
Jessica Ann Cantor.
Narasia Satwik Devaralaju.
Brian Wade Coleman.
Oluomaha Abrihinha.
Manish Man Dangol.
Carla Yvette Ellerby.
Elena Marin Delgado.
Mark Fink.
Ashley Marie Dye.
Leah Wamboy Gatumbi.
Brandon Anton Ehrenreich.
Dahlia Talal Gary.
Tamara Lynn Fannin.
Latrice Marie Gavin.
Ryan Alfonso Foster.
Ali Ganavati.
Sudesh Gore.
Courtney Vanessa Gibson.
Nabeen Gautam.
Casey Marie Hart.
Thomas Stephen Gressock Jr.
Tenley Baldwin Huff.
Kyle Andrew Hasty.
Boyan Hu.
Jessica Jean Hobson.
Ahmad Adnan Kafi.
Cornell Vance Howard.
Esther Kiffel.
Krishna Kadigari.
Vera Bess Caskello.
Balakrishna Kasa.
Sarah Ashley Lamberson.
Jessica Claire Kane.
Sandera Kasturi.
Sonye Kim.
Kristen Ashley Logan.
Katya Krasnova.
Tavon J. Manning.
Kun Lin.
Amy Catherine Meadler.
Corey Michael Lutz.
Kahari Moore.
James Palmer Marciniak.
Armanthe M. Nelson.
Daquan Nathaniel Markham.
Matthew Adam Nicodemus.
Michelle Renee McGraw.
Chima Frederick Niwana.
Christian Miranda Valadares.
Angelica Claire Impinko Perez.
Ashley Elizabeth Mitchell.
Nagni Mademba Lowe.
Ebony Janelle Murphy.
Leah Marie Roberts.
Opeyemi Owalabi.
Kalpana Setpathy.
Donald Adogwu.
Navneet Kaur Seddev.
Azubuki Austin.
Laura Maria Semeski.
Robin Alexander Prescott.
Sade Ann Alicia Smith.
Lachey Robbins.
Catherine Colleen Sweeten.
Jenna Dawn Russillian.
James Alexander Thomas.
Param Sadrizada.
Galia Sakur.
Corey Allen Scott.
Gregory LeBron Swift.
Vitali Serdyuk.
Zhao Yu.
Keki Shi.
Jessica A. Zalt.
Jagdishwar Subedi. We done? Mr. President, this concludes those individuals receiving graduate degrees or post-baccalaureate certificates from the Fisher College of Science and Mathematics.
College at Towson University provides an enhanced undergraduate experience for over 800 talented and high-achieving students. Honors students are encouraged to seek academic excellence and leadership opportunities that go beyond the traditional college experiences. Students graduating from the Honors College must complete 24 units of required honors coursework, including interdisciplinary seminars and research. Each graduate of the Honors College is wearing a medallion on a black and gold ribbon to commemorate his or her achievement. Today, we ask the students graduating from the Honors College to rise and be recognized. Up you get, up you get. Thank you. You may be seated. Additionally, Latin honors will be awarded to the top 10% of each college and will be based on students' last 60 credits at Towson University. This includes grades earned during the spring 2015 term. These honors will appear on the transcript and diploma of those individuals. Now, will the candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the Fisher College of Science and Mathematics please stand? Mr. President, on recommendation of the faculty, I have the honor to present those students who meet all requirements for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science.
I am pleased to receive these candidates, and by the authority vested in me by the University System of Maryland's Board of Regents and the State of Maryland, I confer upon you the recommended degree with all the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations, graduates.
Graduates, please follow the directions of the marshals. Once on stage, you'll shake hands with the college dean or associate dean to receive your alumni gift and congratulations. You will exit the center stairs and be directed back to your seat by the marshals. There's also some handy arrows that you can follow. Congratulations.
It is now my pleasure to introduce those individuals receiving baccalaureate degrees from the Fisher College of Science and Mathematics. Congratulating the graduates along with me will be Dr. David Vanko, Dean of the Fisher College of Science and Mathematics, and Dr. Gail Gasparich, Associate Dean of the Fisher College of Science and Mathematics. Lauren Elizabeth Rosso.
Kelly Teresa Mattingly.
Taylor Madeline Paskoff.
Andrew Merkopoulos. Brett Joseph Cook.
Oluwaseun Tololopo Titileo Durajea.
Zenit Cliffa Abdul.
Mark Allen Bickley.
Eduardo Luis Aguirre.
Lee Kenneth Ackerman.
Abdullah Saleh Al-Gamhi.
Jeffrey Luther Aldred.
Larry Joseph Allen.
Faisal Abdul Rahim Al-Jadali.
Amanda Alberta Alhins.
Mohammed Al-Malki.
Elizabeth Aracena.
Camille Ivy Angeles.
Abra Hafefa Asiri.
Dylan Stewart Auld.
Kayla Ann Avery.
Ryan Michael Backoff.
Kwasi Asante Badu.
Stephen Neil Bank.
Claire Anna Bauer.
Daniel Ian Bauman.
Brian Douglas Beck.
Daniel David Bennett.
Megan Lee Bergstresser.
Andrew Lavont Berry.
Kimberly Marie Biederman.
Tyler Lee Biles.
Daniel Guy Bolton.
Danielle Lindsay Borgia.
Brianna Lynn Borer.
Spencer Wayne Bowers.
Ashley Nicole Boyd.
Joseph Thomas Bechtel.
Michelle Nicole Boyd.
Adria Blake.
Francis Anthony Brigante II.
Andrew Michael Boyle.
Amy Elizabeth Brookhart.
Amanda Caitlin Brock.
Joseph William Brown.
Daniel James Broussard.
J. B. Camp.
Antoine Chauncey Armstrong.
Jordan Timothy Canty.
Mark Allen Burton.
Ryan Christopher Carr.
Brittany Lynn Campbell.
Tasman Paul Cesanero.
Kelsey Lynn Capps.
Marissa Lynn Clark.
Aisha Lene Cooley.
Matthew Ryan Coco.
Kenway Chung.
Shanice Camille Coleman.
Megan Minnie Cleaver.
Shelby Ray Conrad.
Jenna Marie Cole.
Mary Claire Bates.
Jacob Stephen Coles.
Maria Amelia Capadora.
Sarah Kelly Cook.
Lauren Marie Dyes.
Devon Robert Crawford.
Caitlin Rise.
Elton Ryan Kraus.
Brooke Elizabeth Boyd.
Nathan Anthony Darnley.
Patrick Robert Dwyer.
Alexander Carl Dorito.
Patrick Benjamin Alligood Davis.
Stephanie Elizabeth Devanzo.
Megan Diane Deckert.
Shalon Alexis Clevenger.
John Benton Dybert.
Mac Adrian Brosus de la Cruz.
Angela Christine DiNardo.
Alison Lee de Blas.
Lindsay Lee Dixon.
Eileen Diana Delgadillo.
Roxanne Teresa Diedrich.
Danielle Lucia DeFalco.
Matthew Michael Jevieski.
Alois Marie Diedrich.
Brian Paul Durkin.
Cara May Dragunas.
Monique Lanai Eltz.
Morgan Leah Dundon.
David James Erdman.
Joseph Patrick Eckert.
Tamar Etienne.
Jennifer Chisholm Eguzoro.
Izzetti Isaiah.
Galen Enau.
Natalie Marie Ferrone.
Shane Alexander Esters.
Brian Thomas Fitzpatrick.
Christine Nicole Evans.
Jordan Alexander Foster.
Harris Taft Feldman.
Kaylee Elizabeth Fulham.
Samantha Tori Firestein.
Austin Scott Gallegos.
Samantha Lynn Forrest.
Alejandro Garnreiter.
Gregory Joseph Friedman.
Shaquille Rashid Duval Gittins.
Sean Michael Gahagan.
Nikki Brooke Goddard.
Randy Tyrone Gunt.
Larry David Gerdine.
Brady Joseph Gaynor.
Emma Catherine Green.
William Temple Gladman.
Caitlin Grace Geyser.
Samantha Lauren Gordon.
Alexander David Hall.
Ricardo Antonio Gaiton.
Olivia Kathleen Hammond.
Michelle Kim Guadagno.
Jacqueline Christina Hampfman.
Joseph Lee Gukanovich Jr.
Rebecca Marie Hart.
Caitlin Eileen Hammond.
Robert Joseph Heck Jr.
Matthew Thomas Hain.
Samantha Lynn Hull.
Min Kwok An Hang.
Paul Douglas Hickman.
Garrett Adam Heck.
Yan Huang.
Leah Maslin Hensler.
Christina Lauren Hum.
April Marie Hess.
Farheen Iqbal.
Emily Catherine Hopkins.
Dominic William Jackson.
Michael Anthony Hughes.
Paul Edward Jamot.
Kimberly Ann Quinn.
Charles Darren Johnson, Jr.
Jal Jason Irani.
Jonathan Paul Jopsy.
Christopher John Janelli.
Tara Danielle Kavanaugh.
Darren Christopher Johnson.
Eric William Kolosh.
Blake Bertrand Joins.
Gregory M. Landy.
Alexandra Rose Kalwa.
Daryl Jordan Lang.
Ravleen Kaur Gominda Singh Khalsa.
Christopher Jamal Legrand.
Richard Allen Kohler.
Ashley Renee Leggett.
Sanjay Lama.
Adam David Lentz.
Elizabeth Margaret Lane.
Wu Liu.
Paul Michael Lannon.
Joelle Lawrence.
Catherine Elizabeth Lawrence.
Rosemary Lobos.
Aaron Ye Lee.
Michael Jameson Long.
Kayla Marie Lenhart.
Christopher Thomas Locher.
Kristen Alexa Leppert.
Erica Lugo.
Andrew Leighton Lloyd.
Cynthia Agnes Mack.
Mariah Ashley Logan.
Amritpal Singh Mang.
Ralph Joshua Lopez.
Jessica Lynn McClaskey.
Austin James Lucas.
Macy Marie McGeehan.
Ashley Louisa Luke.
Taylor Jesse McQuillan.
Andre Lamont Makel.
Alan Myers.
Evan Matthew Marcus.
Justin Matthew Miner.
Riley Page Mathena.
Alex Reichert Mitchell.
Justin Joseph Mavunkel.
Amy Michelle Moore.
Amanda Ray Maxwell.
Brittany Marie Moran.
Colleen Ann McIntaggart.
Allison Cecilia Hoppenjans Morris.
Ryan Christopher McGurk.
Daniel Jeffrey Nemeth.
Michael Anthony McNabb.
Tammy Juan Nguyen.
Shannon Colleen McVeigh.
Ichi Calvin Awuba.
Alexandra Marie Mikulski.
Peter Joseph Regala.
Patrick Scott Mobley.
Frank Lyman Smith.
Elijah A. Moore.
Jessica Brooke O'Neill.
Devin Raymond Morgan.
Omoniho Lily Alumuse.
Corey Louise Muller.
Francesca Romana Parisella.
Kevin Tandat Nguyen.
Vishali Patel.
Brittany Carol Nigro.
Andrew David Peach.
Ryan Warren Noble.
Erin Marie Phillips.
Chelsea Naima Ray.
Derek Christopher Pittman.
Alexandra Marie Protani.
Lawrence Kweku Prempe.
Adam Frank Novak.
Christopher Quinn Bean.
Nadine Nawana.
Tariq. Tariq Rashawn Reed.
Kurt Akita.
Travis Claude Reamer.
Bukola Mary Orungbemi.
Jeffrey William Rixam Jr.
Nirja Bipinbhai Patel.
Regan Margaret Caldwell Roth.
Avatar Pordell.
Arian Safai.
Lisa Lynn Perrin.
Lidinis Sanchez Vasquez.
Christine Lee Piazza.
Alexander Vincent Sapienza.
Dane Gregory Powell.
Robert Roger Schwartz.
Tamika Charmaine Queen.
William Self.
Seema Raja.
Abi Achaif.
Brian Lewis Reary.
Lauren Jin Shin.
Janina Claire Reyes.
Chelsea Gabrielle Silver.
Benjamin Wade Rosenthal.
Brady Smetzer.
Ayana Tene Ruffin.
Matthew Thomas Schriesterbach.
Amandeep Samra.
Janae Renisha Stanley.
Christopher Joseph Santiago.
Rebecca Gail Stauffer.
Victoria Scacchetti.
Garrett Joseph Steele.
Christopher Ryan Scranton.
Brenton Cody Summers.
David Shea.
Brandon Michael Sutherland.
Aubrey Joe Seraphin.
Shek Kamara Tarawali.
Nathan Allen Sievert.
Jessica Ray Chirancher.
Carly Rachel Smelkinson.
Mencha Chuchang.
Glenn William Sneckenberger.
Anthony Thomas.
Amber Stanley.
Joseph Edwin Tobin.
Nicole Patricia Staton.
Laura Ann Valley.
Michael Stedding.
Zoe Vranish.
Christopher David Stevenson.
Michael Kenneth Wareheim.
Marco Amores Sumpter.
Kristen Arlene Weaver.
David Zimanik.
William Davis Went.
Michelle Elaine Tarr.
Amy Whitcraft.
Madeline Tahara.
Alyssa Ann Wolf.
Adja Mom Jaracham.
Andrew Jeffrey Wyatt.
Sabine Raj Tiwara.
Catherine Eileen Young.
Christy Marie Tamaro.
Layli Zamini.
Ksenia Petrovna Venetseva.
Kurt Joseph Zanalotti.
Alexandra Nicole Ward.
Hang Jin Zhu.
Jessica Alexandra Warnert.
Malcolm Huston.
Brittany Alice Wells.
Catherine Zander.
Samantha Marie Wani.
Joseph Zarafa.
Justin Michael Wilstedt.
Michelle Francis Yurjevitz.
Jacob Scott Rezin.
Zachary A. Yarbrough.
Mr. President, this concludes the individuals receiving baccalaureate degrees from the Fisher College of Science Mathematics and all graduates for this ceremony.
Graduates, I suspect that if you haven't already done so, you'll soon be thinking about your life after Towson. As the phrase goes, we live life forward, but we really only make sense of our lives. We really only understand the pattern and shapes of our lives when we look backwards at them. Hindsight is, after all, 20/20 vision. In other words, we need to understand our past in order to be able to chart our future. So let me suggest that sometime over the coming days and weeks of this summer, that you look back on your education here, that you reflect on how far you have come, and who you've become in your time here at Towson, and then map a path moving forward, focused in particular on how you can make a difference and how you can bring positive change to this world. And the thought I would really like you to focus on is, what will I do that will let it be known that I have passed this way? What will I do that will let it be known that I have passed this way? Perhaps if you've been fortunate enough to have been the recipient of a scholarship here at Towson, you might think about how sometime in the future you could pay it forward and provide for another student what you have been lucky enough to have had during your time here. And if, in looking back, you find that Towson has provided you with something of real value, again, think about perhaps making that possible for others in the future. As graduates, during a particularly historic milestone year for our university, you have the unique opportunity to look back, learn, and benefit not just from your own experiences here at Towson, but also to think about and reflect on what kind of vision, what kind of energy, what kind of perseverance and commitment must have been required of our forebears 150 years ago when they launched this institution that began with just 16 alumni at its first commencement exercises, and how that has grown to today's count of more than 146,000 Towson alumni worldwide. What will you dream about and later build from the ground up? What can you now accomplish because of the education you have received here and as the result of a vision that was first built here more than 150 years ago on your behalf and on our behalf? What will be your bold idea and your impact on the world? How will you let it be known that you have passed this way? So it is with a great deal of pride and joy, and yes, just a trace of sadness, that we see you graduate and move on from Towson. But please also know that we are always here for you, and we hope that in that same spirit, you will proudly carry the name of Towson forward with you, remembering that just as we will claim you as a Towson graduate, that you can claim Towson as your alma mater, particularly as you bring that positive change to our world that lets us all know that you have indeed passed this way. So now for that moment for which you've all been waiting very patiently, thank you. Will all bachelor degree candidates please rise? And so, as a symbol of your new, as you would say, status, as I would say, status, please grasp your mortarboard tassel and move it from the right to the left to that moment of graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of our anniversary 2015 year. Now, would you all please be upstanding? Please all be upstanding and join with Mark Bublitz in the singing of Maryland, My Maryland. You'll find the words on page 59 of your commencement program.
My thankful heart with rapture fills, Maryland, my Maryland, when I behold thy rolling hills. Maryland, my Maryland, I love your oaks and rippling rills, your waterways where beauty spills, and nature holds 1,000 thrills. Maryland, my Maryland.
Dr. Chandler, his party, the faculty, and the graduates will begin the recessional. I would like to ask that members of the audience remain seated until all have left the arena. The guests may then join their graduates on the patio. Again, we offer our best wishes and congratulations to the class of 2015.